And a very warm welcome to the weekend edition of Wellbeing Wisdom. And I don't know if you're feeling stressed, if you're facing difficulties or problems or challenges. It seems that most of the world is contending with its fair share of difficulties. But what I wanted to suggest to you today is that most of our reactions are automatic. They're reflex judgments, responses, just conditioned reflexes to the way that we encounter the world according to the way that we've been programmed to feel. What do I mean? Well, most of us have been heavily conditioned during our early childhood years to have a set range of thoughts and feelings and behaviors. And that's fine. It's just that the problem is we're not aware of it. A lot of this behavior is based in our subconscious. It's as if we're being invisibly driven by thoughts and feelings that we feel we can generate at will, but it's not the case. We are being pushed and controlled and molded by those early experiences, which remain hidden. They're locked away in the foundations of the subconscious, but they continue to influence us throughout our lives. Now, my question is, do those responses really serve our best interests, or do we have better alternatives? And when you react to something, you see something, you encounter somebody, and you have a reaction, there's a very, very high probability that your response is based on that unconscious conditioning. We're judging the whole time. We've evolved to judge and evaluate everything. But the problem is that we don't always use all the available information. We tend to react reflexively, the knee jerk reactions, again, based on how we've been conditioned to respond. My contention today is very, very simple. If you can learn just to pause, just take a momentary break before you react, you create a space. And that space breaks up the pattern of behavior. That little space allows you to choose how you want to react. So, really wonderful thing to cultivate. We can all learn to do this. So, instead of reacting, oh, that situation makes me so angry, so frustrated, this person really annoys me, you get a chance to stop. And in that moment of reflection, actually using a different part of the brain from that instant knee-jerk reaction part that has been so deeply conditioned, you get a chance to choose how, or even if you want to react at all. That has a massive impact on the quality of your behavior, on your health, how you think and feel and react. Because instead of always being pushed around like a leaf in the wind, you get to choose. This can have an extraordinarily powerful influence on how your relationships evolve. Because instead of reacting in the old, familiar ways, you have a whole new palette of reactions to choose from. You might choose to remain calm. You might employ a little more understanding, a little more compassion, a little more acceptance. You might decide that getting angry and upset doesn't really help. It doesn't change the situation, but it does make it worse in terms of your health and well-being. The more you cultivate this approach, the more power you'll be able to exercise over your health, over your well-being, over the course of your life. Because once we break free from this deep-seated conditioning, a whole new world of opportunities naturally expresses itself. The moment you feel it, it's potentially a revolutionary moment in your life when everything has changed. It's a way of transforming the quality of your life because you may not be able to change the world around you, but you can begin to choose how you relate to what you encounter. You can choose how the internal landscape is configured. That's an amazing way to live your life. You're no longer being pushed around by external events. You're generating your own state of calm and peace and well-being from within. I'd love to know what you think about it. It's a little warmer today. It's only minus 10. Much more comfortable to be outside than minus 19. And my wish for you is that you really have the most amazing weekend. I'll look forward to being back with you very soon. Bye for now.